Okay, picture this. You're driving and you're in a very busy turn lane. Things are moving, but slowly. And then, all of a sudden, at the very last minute, someone comes up in the lane beside you and tries to cut in front of you. If you stay at the same speed, they'll be able to get in front of you. But if you speed up, they won't have room to get in. So, what do? Well, obviously, you speed up, right? Everyone hates people who don't wait their turn like everyone else and who try to cut in at the last minute. So you can't let this happen. Plus, you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for everyone behind you. I always get so annoyed whenever I see someone try to cut in up ahead and the person just gives them the space to get in. Like, why are you giving them a free pass? They haven't just cut in front of you, they've cut in front of all of us. On the flip side though, there is nothing more satisfying than watching someone try to cut in, get blocked off, and then be forced to keep going. That's right. You lose, and you deserve to lose. Anyway, this kind of happened to me the other day. I was in a long turn lane starting to go, and someone in the lane beside me drove past me, but then slowed down and tried to cut in front of me. And I was like, nice try, asshole. And I sped up a bit, not giving him the room to get in. But he sped up even further, and at that point, I had a choice between speeding up even further myself or just leaving it, and I decided to just leave it. No point risking an accident or a road rage incident just to prevent this guy from getting in. So I did let him in, but I also stared at him when I eventually passed him. He didn't make eye contact. And I feel like that's the way I normally handle these situations. If someone's trying to cut in, I don't let them get in easily. I kind of speed up to block them off. I don't let their attempt at cheating the system go unpunished. And I think it's really important to do that in order to deter bad behavior. If everyone just let them in, they'd always do it. So I'm not going to make it easy for them to just get in. But at the same time, I don't go super crazy trying to block them off. I know some people who really commit to doing that, and I am not one of those people. If they get in, well, okay, they're in. I let it go after that. I don't try to drive around them and cut them off in return. And unless they did something super dangerous, I'm not going to confront them about it. So I think I kind of fall in the middle of the scale between letting them in without resistance and doing everything in my power to not let them get in. I am generally pretty nice, but not too nice, and I don't hold a grudge afterwards. And according to game theory, this is actually one of the best ways to approach situations like these. I watched a really interesting video recently by Veritasium that talked about a study on game theory, specifically the prisoner's dilemma problem. In that video, which I'll link in the description, they talk about an experiment done in the 80s that tested a variety of strategies on how best to react when someone behaves with bad intent. What is the best approach for this? Should you let things go? Should you retaliate? And how far should you take it? I won't try to explain too much of it, but it was a really revealing and insightful video that I definitely think you should go watch after this. It turned out that generally, the best way to handle these situations was summed up as be nice, be forgiving, but don't be a pushover. And I think that's a great way to approach lots of problems. Honestly, it might be the best approach to bad behavior, not just on the road, but in all areas of life. There are always going to be people who try to cut in front of you or take advantage of you. And where you can, don't just let them. Don't let bad behavior go unchecked. Do what you can to deter this from happening again. But at the same time, you don't want to go too far out of your way, trying to punish them or get back at them. You may end up inadvertently sacrificing more important things in the process. And you don't want to learn the hard way that that just isn't worth it. Be nice, be forgiving, but don't be a pushover. Words to live by. And as game theory shows, also generally a winning strategy for life. Anyway, that's it for today. If you found this insightful, consider subscribing and know that your thumbs up is very much appreciated. You may also enjoy this video, which also talks about bad drivers, but also how there's usually so much more to it than that. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.